Good afternoon. Today I'm going to speak on bakery fats. Fats which are used in different application of the bakery industry. So the first thing which I will make clear is my reference point will always be our tongue temperature. So our tongue temperature given by Mother Nature is 37.8 degrees centigrade. Now when we speak about fats, we are also fat. The basic thing is oil. From oil, the fat comes. So in bakery, you have used the word dairy and then you have non-dairy. In the dairy, you have got ghee which is used in many formulations. Then you have got butter, salted or non-salted. When we talk about non-dairy, the origin is vegetable oil. This vegetable oil can be seed or fruit. So in the bakery industry, you find usage of sunflower oil. So sunflower oil is a seed based. And the other things that you see is palmolene, that is a fruit based. Of late, there is a lot of topic going on between replacing palmolene, which is not good for health. To my understanding, all oils are good for health. Why palmolene is such a versatile oil? Because of its usage in the industrial sector. No other oil gifted by Mother Nature has the following constituents. Palm oil is a fruit paste. Another point which comes in a baking industry is the use of a word called shortening. Then you have got a word called margarine. And then you have got a word called fat spread. Another one is called vanaspati. These four formats are used in the bakery industry for different applications. A shortening is 100% fat and zero water. A margarine is 85% fat and 15% water. A fat spread is 70% fat and 30% moisture. A vanaspati is again 100% fat. This gives you an idea that these two products, margarine and fat spread, contains moisture. Margarine and fat spread, because it contains moisture, may or may not contain dairy products like milk solids. Shortening word is used because in this format no grains are there. In a vanaspati, grains are there. whereas in this two no grains are there. Why this is so? If you were to make a cookie with vanaspati, the grains will not allow the biscuit to get a volume. The height of the biscuit is determined by the shortening or the margining because it has no grains inside it. So shortening and margarine and fat spreads are produced in a typical equipment where it removes the grains. As I have just said, palm oil is very versatile because of its industrial application usage. Why? This is the fruit. From the fruit, you get two types of oil. This is called the kernel, and this is called the mesocarp. I take mesocarp first. From the mesocarp, you get crude palm oil, which is orange in color. The origin of this oil is from Malaysia and Indonesia because Mother Nature has gifted this land to grow this kind of a fruit. The weather is suitable enough for this fruit. We refine it to get refined palm oil. Remember, our tongue temperature is 37.8 degrees centigrade. This refined palm oil has got a liquid part and a solid part in the ratio 50:50. So that means if I were to keep palm oil at ambient temperatures, now in India, ambient temperature is a huge difference unlike another country. On an average, the ambient temperature varies from +20 to +45 degrees centigrade. So denoting this ambient temperature is very important. Let us assume 30 as our base reference. At 30 degrees centigrade, if I keep palm oil in a bottle, you will see that liquid portion is on the top and there is almost 80% of the bottle is a white solid, semi-solid type. This solid portion is called stearine and this liquid portion is called olein. Now, is it possible in an industrial application to get 50-50, let's say from 1 kg of palm oil, can I get 500 grams of olein and 500 grams of stearine? The answer is no. In an industrial scale, we get 20% stearine and 80% olein. This 80% olein is called palm olein, which is used by the frying industry. That is, all the industrial frying is happening with palm olein. Now, what is the melting point? The melting point of palm olein is +18 degrees centigrade. Interesting to note that stearine melting point is 52 degrees centigrade. This is very important to understand. If suppose you are having food in a restaurant which has been cooked with palm olein, after a certain time you get a white coat on the surface of the product. It is because of the stearine which has melting point 52 which comes onto the surface. Let's say you are purchasing a cookie from a baker. First day it is fresh. There is luster, there is shine on the surface of the product. But as the product goes old, you get a whiter tinge. The whiter tinge is nothing but stearine coming into it. So stearine is playing a very important role in at least the product acceptance or the eye appeal of the product. But with the regulatory landscape of the country changing, that you must have heard the word called trans fatty acids. Trans fatty acids is bad for heart, so it has to be reduced in our food product. In my next lecture, I'm going to brief you about trans fatty acid, how it comes and how we are going to rectify it or reduce it or minimize it, but our application should remain same. Thank you so much.